Satang Prasanga.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, and welcome to today's session. I pray that all is well with you and your families. Our special prayer also goes out to His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, who is critically ill at the moment. So today we are on to Sutra number 14, and the sutra goes as follows. If you don't get some clear response, understand what surrender is. Understanding what will be pleasing to Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. Be prepared to move towards those required actions. We see as devotees, we're very familiar with Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, theoretically. But practically, we really don't have a complete realization of His majesty. We relate to His majesty, we see as devotees, we relate to Krishna in a very familiar way because of sweetness and because of His relation and relationship with us. But we really don't have a good grasp of His majesty. We know something philosophically, but practically to know who we're dealing with. If you remember at the beginning of Krishna book, we see that all the demigods went and complained to Brahma that this is what's happening on the earth, please help. And he went to the end of the milk ocean and approached Mahavishnu. And then from there, Tene Brahma Hridaye Adi Kavaye Muyanti Hat Suryaha. So from there, Lord Vishnu, Mahavishnu, he instructed from the heart to Lord Brahma. He didn't even relate to the demigods. And that is Mahavishnu. Who is he? Amsa Kala Amsa. He is just a part of an expansion of Krishna. And yet he's not even relating directly with the demigods. And here we have direct access to Krishna. It's because of the devotee. Sa eva maya tedya yoga prokta puratana bhakto sime saka cheti rahasyam he taduttamam. Only the devotee understands this rahasya, this secret of relating with Krishna. Bhakto sime. So because of that, we relate more with Krishna's magnanimity rather than His majesty. Aham sarvasya prabhavo, Krishna is saying. Matya sarvam pravatyate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. That everything animate and inanimate is coming from me. What is left after that? Animate, inanimate, there's nothing left after that. So understand, this is the person we're dealing with. The power, like yesterday's class was saying, first relate to His power, His majesty. And when we do that and we become astounded by that, then we know who we're dealing with. So secondly, when we in difficult situations, we firstly relate on an emotional level. We become very emotionally connected and expecting a response that releases the emotional difficulty. But we've been learning over the processes of this sutra study that we're moving from emotionally reactive to enlightened responsive. We're moving from just being emotionally reactive to contemplation and meditation. Therefore, it's giving enlightenment. We see in the beautiful story of the Mahabharata, this princess, the fire princess, she's known as Draupadi, had one of the most difficult lives actually. And the most embarrassing, difficult moment came when she was derobed in front of the Kuru dynasty actually, the leaders of the Kuru dynasty, and her husbands were right there, but they were just, by the process of time, they just became fallible soldiers. Impossible. They couldn't do anything. Their hands were tied. So if we depend on these fallible soldiers to give us security in life, it's not going to come from that. So the lesson we're learning is gradually to move, to elevate to the level of surrender. Atma Nivedana, where we just completely connect with His will and dedicate our lives according to His will. That is a very great, secure platform to be on as a devotee. So we see in today's sutra, if you don't get some clear response, understand what surrender is. Just like Draupadi, nobody could help her at that moment. She tried on her own strength. Even that didn't work. Eventually she understood. She cried out to Govinda, Krishna. So surrender means to come to a point where nothing practically, materially, capably, anything within your potential can solve your situation. So you have no choice now but to surrender to Krishna. It says here, understand what will be pleasing to Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. So we see that our attempts at figuring it out is not working. So let's go and connect our will with His will and with His pure devotee's will. So by surrendering and thinking about what would please Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. And it says here, and move towards those required actions. So move towards that. Because actually at the end of the day, Krishna has given many things to us. Regularly, daily, He's been given things to us. So if this one particular event is not going our way, maybe it's not meant to go our way. And it's supposed to be a life lesson, a lesson in life that helps us come to the point of surrender. Because at the end of the day, all of this is just an illusion. And that is the real reality, our relationship with Krishna. So when is He going to start giving us lessons to move towards that reality? Well, maybe this particular event that you're experiencing now is one of those. So if we see it like that with knowledge, then we gradually move towards enlightenment. And when we become situated in that as a mature person, then we become enlightened. That's a very powerful, safe place to be. So I hope you enjoyed the class today. Please join us again tomorrow. Hare Krishna.